Hi Alice, how are you doing today?
I'm okay.
You're okay?
A little sore.
Yeah, you're in some pain still? Yeah, well we'll get that taken care of. I'll talk to the nurses. But do you remember who I am?
Sorry.
No,
So many
that's
people
okay.
come
That's
in.
okay. I'm Jenna and I'm with Occupational Therapy. We met a little bit ago after your evaluation.
Okay.
Do you know what occupational therapy is?
Just the physical.
Okay, you just know what physical therapy is. That's okay. So I'm here to help you get back to all the activities that you need to do, like showering, meal prep, stuff like that, to all the stuff that you want to do. Because I know you're a painter and a rider and you like to volunteer with the horses. So my goal is to help you become as safe and independent with those as possible for when you go home, so you can still do that stuff. So that's what I'm here for. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So do you remember why you're here?
I fell down.
Yeah, you fell on some ice and you actually broke your femur. So you had to get a hip replacement on your right hip. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's some precautions though that you have to abide by so you don't hurt yourself anymore. Do you have any idea what those are?
Something about lifting my leg.
Kind of. So first, you can't put any weight on your right leg for however long your surgeon says. So we're going to be relying on your left leg when we get you up and moving and stuff, and I'll help you, but just remember, no putting any weight at all on your right leg because we don't want you to get hurt.
Okay.
And also, you can't bend forward like this past 90, so like a right angle, and you also can't, that means you can't bring your knee up like this because this is also a right angle. So we're going to try to stay as stretched out as possible so we don't break that precaution, okay?
Okay.
And then also you can't cross your right hip over, or your right leg over your left leg. So even when you're sitting or anything, you can't cross your legs.
Okay.
You have to keep them separate. And then what you're doing is fine now, but if you can do this or try to keep your toes pointed towards the sky at all times, that would be great because you can't
Like
turn, yeah, like that. But you can't turn your toes inward like that.
Okay.
So you can't do any internal rotation, that's what that's called. So just try to keep them pointed out or up towards the sky if you can.
Okay.
Because we don't want to break those precautions. So today what we're going to do is we're going to get you sitting up in bed, and then we're going to move you to the wheelchair and take you to the gym to do some assessments. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
It'll feel good to sit up.
Yeah, I bet you've been laying a lot, huh?
Yeah.
So the first thing I'm going to do, this is called a gait belt, and I'm going to put it on you just for safety reasons, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you could just arch your back a little bit. Thank you. This is just so you don't fall, so I can have a better grip on you.
Okay.
So do you remember your precautions?
Keeping my toes pointed up
Mm-hmm.
or out.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put weight on it?
No, not your right leg at all. No weight.
Okay. And no 90 degrees
Mhm.
between my torso and my legs.
Yeah, no bending and then no crossing your legs.
That's right.
Yeah, there's kind of a lot to remember, but that was good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you move your arms back up like this because you're gonna push up off your hands as much as you can. And then if you can slide your left heel across the mat until your knee's bent, and then you can put your foot down, that's perfect. So now I'm gonna support you here and behind your back, and I'm gonna help you sit up. But I want you to push up off your arms and then hold yourself up on your arms. And remember, you can't break 90, so we wanna try to be leaning back on your arms, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab you here, and then I'm gonna put my hand here. And so on the count of 3, all right? Are you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, how do you feel? Let's stay like this so we don't break 90.
Okay.
You feel okay? Do you feel dizzy or anything? Okay, good. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna move you to the edge of the bed. So I'm gonna help you with this leg. I'm gonna grab you under the knee and help move it over. And as I'm moving this leg, and I'll support you here also, I want you to shimmy with your hands and try to pivot this way, and also bring your left leg over, following your right leg, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I have this. So there you go. Now turn with your left leg. Perfect. Now keep moving your arms and your left leg. Good. Good. Okay, now you can put your left leg off the table. And I'm going to slowly lean this down. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to try to move you closer to the edge of the bed. So I'm going to support this again, and I'm going to try to shimmy you forward a little bit, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to pull this up. All right, ready? Bring it forward. Good. Okay, I'm going to put this down. doing all right, Miss
Yeah.
Alice? Okay, there you go. Keep supporting yourself with your arms. So now I'm gonna get this set up. And what we're gonna do, let me make sure the brakes are on. Good. Move these wheels out of the way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move you from the edge of the bed to the wheelchair, okay? So there's like a few steps that we have to go over to keep you safe during this. So when we're ready, I want you to put your left hand right here and hold on, but then you're gonna use your right hand to push up off the mat, okay? Yeah, just like this, perfect, and then make sure you're holding on tightly.
Okay.
So you're gonna push up off the mat with your right hand, and then when you're standing, I want you to move your right hand to here. But remember, you can't put any weight on your right leg, so try to keep it kicked out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna help you. And then we're gonna pivot over to the wheelchair, and once you feel the wheelchair on the back of your knees, I want you to reach back for both armrests. Keep that leg kicked out, and we'll slowly lower you down, okay?
Okay.
And I'll help you during it. Okay. So I'm gonna grab onto you, and remember, push up with your right hand, and then move it here when you're standing up, and don't put any weight on that leg, okay?
Okay.
All right, on the count of 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Good, okay, now pivot, keep that right leg kicked out. Good, all right, now backwards a little bit. Okay, when you feel the chair, reach back with both arms to the armrests, keep that right leg kicked out, and down. Okay, good, you can rest that right leg down. How does it feel? Good. Feel good to be sitting up?
Yeah.
Okay, so as long as you have those precautions, you're gonna need to keep getting out of bed that way, okay? And we can work on it. But for now, we're gonna take you into the gym to do some assessments. Does that sound all right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. All right, Alice, so now that we've got you out of bed and we got you sitting out here, we're gonna run a couple of different tests just to see how you're moving, how your vision is, and how strong you are, okay? So the first one we're gonna do is called a functional range of motion test. And so in a second, I'm gonna get up and run through some movements, and I just want you to follow me with your arms and mirror exactly what I'm doing. And we're just doing this so we can kind of get an idea of how well your joints are moving and like how your arms are moving through your joints, which will help us determine how well you'll be able to do various activities when you're home, like as independently as possible, such as like getting your clothes out of the closet and holding them and just various things like that. Does that sound all right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be careful of your leg here, but I'm gonna move you out a little bit, okay?
I can bend my knee.
Yeah, you can bend your knee as long as you make sure that your hips don't go past 90. So just keep leaning back like you're doing.
Okay.
But if it's more comfortable for you, you can keep your legs straight out.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I just want you to follow my movements, okay? So we're gonna first put your hands out and stretch all the way up to the ceiling. Does that hurt a little bit,
Yeah.
Ryder? Yeah, it feels a little stiff?
Yeah.
Okay. And now behind your head, like you're taking a shower, washing your hair. Good. Okay, now straight out, like you're an airplane.
Alright.
And then now all the way down, and we're gonna bring our hands behind our back. Like
Should I
you're
lean
tucking your
forward?
shirt. You just maybe
just-
a little bit. Just like
Okay.
that. That's perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Now I want you to put your hands on your lap with your palms up. Okay. Now flip your palms down. Good. Now bring your arms back out straight again, and point your hand or your fingers towards the ground. Now your fingers towards the ceiling, and then try to make a fist. There you go, as much as possible. And just to test it, let's see you thumb to each individual finger.
Thumb to.
Each finger.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Good, just like this. And last one. Okay, good. I'm gonna turn you so we can chat about that a little bit. Okay, so your left arm's looking pretty good. It seems to be functional. It seems like you can do everything you need to do independently with that one. Does that feel about right?
Yeah.
Okay, but your right arm, it seems a little stiff. It's not moving as well as your left arm. Would you say you
I
feel
have
that?
problems reaching for
Yeah.
things in my cabinet. and
Yeah, I
stuff like
noticed that. So next, based on that, we're going to use this. It's called a goniometer, and it just gives us an exact measurement of the range of motion you have within that joint. And so it's going to kind of give us a better idea of how limited or how much movement you have there. And then we can kind of use this to compare it later on after a couple sessions of therapy to see if it's improving and what we need to do to get it to
Okay.
be able to move better and help you out when you're at home. So I'm going to move you back this way so we have some more room. Watch the leg. Good. Okay. So the first one I'm going to do, I'm going to set my goniometer up on your arm, and I want you to, like we did at first, I just want you to put your arm straight up as far as you can go towards the ceiling when I say go, okay? So let me get this set up. All right. Now whenever you're ready.
As far as I can go?
As far as you can go. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
That's it.
Okay, that's about it. That's pretty good.
Can I put my arm down?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, you can rest your arm. Okay, now I'm gonna, if you can just lean forward just a little bit. There, that's good. You can stay right there. I don't want you to break your precautions. I'm gonna get behind you, and now I want you to put your arm straight out and reach it up as far as you can go. But only use your arm. Like, don't try to bend your trunk or anything, okay? I'm just testing your arm. All right, whenever you're ready, lift it straight out.
I move my arm over the arm.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Good.
That's it.
Okay, that's perfect. All right. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is like you're resting your arm on this armrest, but higher up. I want you to put your arm straight like this. Perfect. I'm gonna move it back a little bit so it's in line with your body.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna come down here and line this up here. I want you to point your hand down towards the ground as far as you can go.
Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready. Okay. And now I want you to set it up like that again, but I want you this time I want you to raise your hand like you're asking a question in class. I'm gonna move this back. Okay, go ahead. All right. Okay, so now I want you to just kind of relax your arm at your side, just over the armrest, there you go. Just like as relaxed as you can go, straight as you can go, and I'm gonna test your elbow extension and your elbow flexion, so how you move like this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna line it up here with your arm, and then with your elbow. Alright, is that as straight as you can go?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Now I want you to flex from this position up to your shoulder, so I want you to try to touch your hand to your shoulder, alright? Alright, good. Okay, so now I'm going to move you a little bit closer to the table, so we just have a better angle. Okay, and so what I want you to do is I want you to put your arm at your side like this. I'm going to move your sleeve back a little bit if that's okay. And so I'm going to line my goniometer up on your arm.
This one's smaller.
I know, it's because it's a smaller joint, so I have to measure it with a smaller goniometer. And so I want you to, so your hand's like this, I want you to turn your palm towards the ceiling. Alright, just as far as you can go. Okay, good. Alright, and so now I'm going to get on this side, and instead of doing it that way, I want you to do it to where your palm is facing down towards the ground.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
That's all I got.
Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to bring you a little bit closer to the table, and I want you to rest your arm on the table, please.
Okay.
There you go, perfect. And I'm going to use this small goniometer again, and I'm going to set it up on your arm like this. And what I want you to do is, I want you to push your fingers into the table, but leave them on the table and see how high up your wrist can come off the ground, okay?
Okay. Like moving like this?
Yep, just like that. Whenever you're ready. Okay. And now, I want you to flip your wrist over like this onto the ground. And I want you to do that same thing just backwards. So like push your fingers up this way.
Okay.
Alright, let me line this up. Okay, whenever you're ready.
We're doing it right?
You're doing great. Okay. So the last measurement we're going to do is I want you to try to make his fist, get your fingers as close to your palm as possible, and I'm going to measure the distance that's still between your finger and your palm, okay?
Okay.
Alright, that as far as you can go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't make a complete fist like I can with this
That's okay. 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 Alright. Okay, so that's it for our measurements for the range of motion in your arm.
Great.
So hopefully we'll improve that over time in therapy, but now it's good to have a baseline. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna test your strength. So this, I'm gonna give you some resistance and I want you to try to hold me off as much as possible, but this will just give us an idea of how your arms are doing, how strong you are, and how much resistance you can take, okay?
Okay.
Because this will help with your activities of daily living. So I'm gonna move you back out here again so we have some more room. I'll move you forward a little bit, good. Make sure to keep those precautions. Okay, so I'm gonna start with your left arm because it seems like your left arm's a little bit stronger. So we're gonna see how this one's doing first, kind of as a baseline for your right arm. So if you can just stick your arm straight out towards the wall for me. Sorry, this way, perfect. Now I'm gonna push down, don't let me, okay? Okay, now can you bring it forward right in front of you? Same thing, I'm gonna push down, don't let me. Okay, I'm gonna write these down. And now can you have you stick your arm like this? Yeah, just like, sorry, in a right angle, just like this. Okay, and I'm gonna try to push down, or I'm gonna try to pull you towards me, don't let me.
Okay.
Okay, and now can you flip it down this way? Same thing, I'm gonna try to pull you towards me, don't let me. Okay. And now let me see your muscles, flex for me. Okay, now I'm going to pull towards me, don't let me. All right, and I'm gonna try to push you in, push me away. Okay, and now we just have a couple more. All right, so I want you to do this, like hold it up straight like that. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna pull you this way, don't let me. Okay, now can you flip your arm over like that? Good. Now I'm gonna pull you away, don't let me. All right, good. Okay, so your left arm seems to be pretty strong. You're doing pretty good, but now we're gonna test your right arm and see how that one's doing, all right?
Okay.
So we're gonna do the same things just on this side.
Okay.
So can you stick your arm straight out towards me? Good, thank you. I'm gonna push you down, don't let me. All right, and now bring it into the front. I'm gonna push you down, don't let me. Okay, so now we're gonna do this one again, where you're holding it like this. And I'm gonna pull you towards me, don't let me. Okay, now put it down like this. I'm gonna pull you towards me, don't let me. All right, and now flex again. I'm gonna pull you towards me, don't let me. And I'm gonna push you and try to push me away. All right, and the last one we have to do again is the wrists. So put it like this. I'm gonna pull you towards me, don't let me. Okay, and now this one, do it like this. I'm gonna try to pull you towards me, don't let me. All right, good. So it does seem that your right arm is a little weaker than your left arm. Not by much, but just a little bit. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
But you know, that's okay. That's why we're here. But you seem to be doing pretty well. So we'll work on that though while you're in therapy.
It's just kind of a nuisance.
Yeah, I get that. So that's one of the things we'll focus on in therapy is we'll try to get that better.
Okay.
Okay, so now we just have a few more tests and now we're gonna do vision.
Okay.
So I have 3 vision tests that we're gonna do.
I'll bend my knees.
Yeah, bring me this way, that's okay. There we go. And I can lean in towards you, don't worry. Okay, so this first one we're gonna do, it's to test your visual field, so just like how far out you can see, how far up and down you can see.
Okay.
Just to like help with things like driving, because I know you like to drive and you still drive, so just
For sure.
stuff like that, just to see if you have enough.
I like to paint too.
Yeah, so that will help you see all of the painting at once and it'll just help you out.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you cup your hand over one eye.
Does it matter which one?
No, we'll do both, so
Okay.
just whatever you want first. Just make sure not to push into it because that might impair the results later.
Okay.
Okay, and you're gonna keep your face still like a statue, and you're gonna look just at the bridge of my nose. Just keep your eyes straight there, and I'm gonna put the tennis balls on the side of your head, and I want you to tell me when you see one of them, okay?
I can see this one.
You can see it right now. How about now?
No.
Okay, so whenever you see one, just let me know.
Okay. I see it.
Okay?
I see it.
All right. You can rest your arm, yeah. Okay, and now I want you to cover your right eye again.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna do it above and below you, okay? Can you see either of them?
I can see this one.
Okay, how about now?
No.
Okay, perfect. Let me know when you see one of them.
I see it.
Okay?
I see it.
All right, good. Your left eye's pretty good. You can see pretty far out there, so that's good. But now, can you cover your left eye and we're gonna test your right eye. We're gonna do the same test. Just let me know when you can see them, okay?
Okay.
Can you see either of them right now?
Mm-mm.
All right, perfect. Let me know when you can see one.
I see it.
Okay?
I see it.
All right, and now above and below.
I can't see it.
Okay, perfect.
I see it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So your left eye or your right eye does seem to be not have as much visual field as your left eye, but that's okay. It's still pretty good. And so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna test just how your eyes move between one object and another, okay? So I have a pink pen and a green pen. Can you tell the difference between the two?
Yeah.
Perfect. So again, I want you to keep your face as still as a statue and just move your eyes. And I'm gonna tell you to look at a color, and I want you to keep your eyes on that pen until I say the other color, all right?
Okay.
And just move your eyes, all right?
Mhm.
Okay, so can you look at the green pen? Pink, green, pink, green, pink, green, and pink. Okay, good. All right, and now we just have one more test, okay, that we're gonna do. So I want you to look at the tip of this pen.
Mhm.
Again, keep your face still, just move your eyes, and I'm gonna draw a shape, and I want you to follow just the tip of the pen as I move the shape, okay? I'm gonna go in all directions. All right, ready? No, move, Alice, remember, move just your eyes, so keep your face still.
Right.
There you go,
Okay.
perfect, thank you. All right, good. Okay, so that was the last test that we had.
Good.
So we can go over these results more next week, but for now, that's all we're gonna do today. And we'll try to get you better and as home as soon as possible.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.